Hello everyone and welcome back to One Page Food Review, where I, Paige, review local restaurants for both my enjoyment and your entertainment. So today we are trying out Wister's BBQ, which is located on South Broad Street in Lansdale, PA. This barbecue joint is serving up all of the American classics with everything from smoked wings to brisket to smothered pulled pork sandwiches, to much more, accompanied by their unique starters and abundance of everyone's favorite barbecue sides. So full disclaimer, barbecue is one of my favorite cuisines, so I'm pretty excited for this one. So today I will be trying out a few different things, essentially as what you would get as at a different barbecue spot as a platter, which typically consists of 1 to 2 meats by the quarter to the half pound, along with 2 to 3 sides. So at Wister's, they don't have actual set platters or specific meats with specific sides, but essentially they give you a bunch of meat and side options on the menu to choose from, and you can create your own platter, which I think is really cool because then you can kind of mix and match what meats and sides you want and what you prefer. So I thought that was really cool. So for my meat, I got a 1/4 pound of the brisket and a 1/4 pound of the pulled pork, which were highly recommended in online reviews that I had read, especially the brisket, and by the person behind the counter when I asked them for recommendations. Then for my sides, I got some of the classics. So I got the collard greens, the baked bean, and the cornbread with the honey butter. And then for the sauces, each meat comes with either regular or spicy barbecue. So I got one of each with each of the each of the meats. And then I also got an extra side of the Alabama white sauce that was recommended to get with the brisket, again, by the person working behind the counter. For my sides, I actually got an additional side because I had realized once I got home that they had forgotten my barbecue sauces. So they actually gave me a free large side of the seasonal veggies. So I'll be trying out those as well, which was really nice of them. Now, when I was going through online reviews, I also noticed that their wings are highly recommended and actually known as some of the best in the area. So there will definitely be a part 2 to this video where I try out a few different flavors of those and potentially some more of the classic barbecue sides that I didn't get this time, such as the coleslaw and the stew. That being said, let's dive in. So the first thing I'm going to try is the brisket. So I got it sliced, and I got it sliced lean. But I'll be showing you guys like close-up pictures that I took of each of these since I know you can't see them very well, like in the boxes. So I'm going to try it plain first, and then I'll try it with the barbecue sauces. So plain. That's really good. I got it lean, so it's a little bit drier. But there still is like some good fat and char on the top. But overall, like really good brisket, cooked pretty well. Not the best brisket I've had. I mean, I've had brisket from Texas, so pretty high standards there. But this brisket's pretty good. I'll give it like an 8 by itself. So I'm gonna try it with the regular barbecue first. So let me do that, and I'll show you guys a picture of the sauces that I got. So the regular barbecue is really sweet. I was not expecting it to be that sweet. I'm going with the spicy now. Okay, definitely some kick on the end there, but definitely good kick with the spicy. Again, the regular barbecue was a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be. It's almost like a honey barbecue. And then I'm gonna try it with the Alabama white sauce, since that was recommended as well. That white sauce is different than I thought it was gonna be. They told me it was like a horseradish base almost. To me, it almost tastes like a Chipotle mayo or something. But I really like that. That is good with the brisket. That was a good recommendation. Okay, now I'm gonna try out the pulled pork. This looks really good. With some of the burnt ends on there and everything. So let's give that a go. That's very well seasoned. I like the crispy ends. Very tender, juicy, good amount of flavor. I'm gonna go in with some of that regular barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. This would be really good, like a really good pulled pork sandwich, which I know they have on their menu with the barbecue sauce, and some coleslaw and everything. Like, I'll definitely have to try out their sandwich because that pulled pork is really good. I'll give that like an 8 out of 10. I don't remember if I rated the brisket, but I'll give that an 8 out of 10. This barbecue sauce, again, not like a typical barbecue sauce, but I kind of like that. I'm gonna rate that like an 8.5. The spicy, like definitely very spicy. Okay, not very spicy, but like has a good kick, which you would want. Definitely, I see some like red pepper flakes in there and everything. So I give that like a 7.5. I don't like it as much, but the Alabama white's really good too. I'll give that like an 8.2 for sauces. Okay, let's get into some of these sides now. So the first thing I'm gonna try, I think, is the collard greens. Give you guys an indication of that. Ooh, lots of juices in there. I think, looks like there's some pulled pork in there with it. At the bottom that I see, and then some onions I see as well, like in the juices. So let me get a good bite here. Well, those are very flavorful. Like for being collard greens, there's a little kick at the end too, but very well seasoned. I really like that they have, it's not just a collard greens, like, I don't know if I can show you guys, but there is like some pulled pork in there with it. Yeah, those are very good. Some of the better collard greens that I've had. I give those like an 8.5 out of 10. I do like that they have like that extra flavor and that little bit of kick at the end that you're not really expecting with collard greens. So a little bit unique, which I like. Makes the place unique. So next I'll try out the baked beans. So these are some thick baked beans. I mean, sometimes it's a soup, but it's like, you really gotta move it with the fork. But this also has pulled pork in with it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, super thick, super saucy. Let's see these go. Wow, yeah, those are very rich baked beans. I'm super flavorful. I again really like that they have the pulled pork in there with it. It just gives it an extra element. And that barbecue sauce, that sauce is so thick and rich and flavorful. These are probably the best baked beans that I've ever had. These are really good. I'll give these a 9 out of 10. And for me, it's like really difficult to get into 9s, but that is really good. Okay, next let's try out the cornbread. So I'm gonna break this up first. There's like a cross section of it. I'm gonna try it plain first and then with the honey butter. Okay. Good amount of flavor. Dry, so we'll definitely need the honey butter. So let's give that a go. I'm gonna try it first by itself. Okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be good on it. So I'm just going to yeah, you definitely need that honey butter with the cornbread. The honey butter itself is really good. I expected it to be a little bit sweeter, with some of that honey coming forward more prominently, but it's still good. I give it like a 6 out of 10 in terms of cornbread wise. Even with the honey butter. I mean, maybe it gets to like a 6.5 with the honey butter, but the honey butter itself is nothing spectacular by itself. Okay, last but not least was the side that I was not expecting to get, but I did, which was the seasonal veggies, which I believe is a mixture of like, they're seasonal, so I think right now it's like squash and zucchini, and looks like maybe some sweet potato in there. I'll look it up and make sure to clarify for you guys. But let's give these a go. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit of everything in there. Okay, I'm actually glad that I did get these. They're the veggies are perfectly cooked, very well seasoned. Yeah, those are very good. I'd give those like an 8.5 out of 10. And they did end up giving me a large, so this is like a large side, and this is like a personal size of the sides. Again, they did give them to me because they forgot my barbecue sauces, but so they gave me a large, which was very generous, but I'm really glad that I got this because they are very good. Again, very well cooked, very well seasoned. I really like those. And they're seasonal, so they might have different ones next time to try. But overall, everything was really good. The meat, well seasoned, well cooked. The pulled pork was very good. The brisket was sliced lean, just how I like it, with a little bit of fat on the top. That was pretty good. The sauces, very good. Definitely recommend getting those with it. Again, that original barbecue is a little bit different than what I was expecting, but I really liked it. And that Alabama white, yeah, would get that with the brisket as well. In terms of sides, the collard greens and the baked beans were very good, very well seasoned. I like that they had the inclusion of the pulled pork in it. That was a little bit different than what you normally see. The collard greens had a little bit of kick, very good. The baked beans, probably the best side that they're gonna have. Those were awesome. Cornbread, typical cornbread, nothing spectacular, but those seasonal veggies were very good as well. So overall, everything was really good. Again, barbecue is one of my favorites, so we'll definitely be going back to this place. And again, there will be definitely a part 2 to this video to try out some more things, including their wings, which again, they're kind of known for. So I definitely want to try out those. So be on the lookout for that in the near future. But otherwise, make sure to leave your thoughts and comments on this video. And as always, let me know what restaurants and dishes I should try next for the love of food.